Hello everybody and welcome to VoD Reviews. This is where we help people in our Twitch community get better at the game of Overwatch. If you guys are interested in getting better as well, feel free to follow the links below the stream. You can submit your gameplay. It's 100% free. Would love to have you there. We get through as many as we can every Wednesday night starting at 7 p.m. See you soon.
Who's this here?
This is Theory. So this is Gold, Mercy. And Theory plays with the team. So like stacking in on ladder.
Come on, peek out.
Alright. God bless. I'll be back.
Yeah.
What the hell is the wood now?
Healing stream engaged.
Can we get the honor to the left, or are we just kind of chilling?
I need heals.
Where's the widow?
Sea foam.
We're getting swamped, right?
Everyone come right.
I like that I'm seeing some more blue beaming on the DPS.
Yeah.
Especially, I think we learned after the last one that we don't have to be out there to do what we need to do. So we could see that Theory was kind of positioning herself in that room there on the left. Again, here though, we know the Widow is somewhere over here, right? As Mercy. And this is where, again, we don't have to be out in the open. We don't have to be next to who we're healing. We can be almost anywhere we want, and as long as they're not too far away, we can usually lock our beam on. So, like, you know the Widow's looking down here. So right now you're at risk of being shot for probably like 2-3 seconds from the Widow. So, I mean, you can position yourself in this corner and pocket the Widow from here where you're safe. If you really need to get over here, again, you can fly past and then go over here to this area that's out of the sight line of Widow because she's not able to see you from there.
I do think Widow might be dead here. I think we
did she get
might have
picked?
just picked Widow.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me see.
The Widow is actually
Okay, I was looking at chat. 1 second.
currently out of this fight, yeah. But that we also did get picked from that same exact reason, so these are also still valid.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
did
Yeah.
get picked.
You're right. Yeah.
Finally, we
Cool.
got the widow. We
Cool.
got the widow.
What else? We need to swap the portal. Let's go.
Cool. I heard it. Oh my god, my voice.
Another good practice you can do against like a Widow holding a sideline like that. Like if you need to heal, say like a Reinhardt, you can heal him from behind this truck, but just keep.
What are you
just
main
keep, like,
tanking?
peeking it.
Yeah.
So like once you heal Ryan and lock him, if you go behind this truck, you have like a 2-second window
Sure.
of your beam to still go off. So like you actually want to heal, take cover. When it's about to wear off, reset it, take cover, and it's just like a little like transition you can do. It keeps your value up, but your safety up.
Oh,
as
how
well.
is this my fault?
Like corner peeking with mercy heals is so important. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
so safe.
Yep.
Like, I killed Ana. There you go.
I tried
And
to
just
shut
half kill him. Hello?
Someone's mad.
Time to raise my APM.
I think your teammates mad.
Natalie on DPS, maybe. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to like it and consider joining us on Wednesdays, where you can submit your own gameplay to be reviewed.
He was almost out.
You should be at peak performance levels.
Up on left side.
Healing stream engaged.
I can't see you.
Right beside you.
Sauce is 100% muted right now. I guarantee it. He's about to come in the chat. Should probably start blocking those, bud. Blocking what? Can't block shatters? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's part of it. Man, I would love to have some commentary
Yeah.
over this.
Yeah. So so like I feel like we're a little too far away from our Reinhardt here in a situation like this. Like we're doing the right thing with damage boost, but like if he gets in trouble at this point, we're kind of gonna be like a little. Or I don't even know if like we're close enough to GA to him at this point. It's like I know we're kind of worried about Widow being here and like that high ground as well, but she's not really that much of a threat if we play on like this side of the map. Like
Yeah.
we use these pillars, so that way we can kind of like assist Ryan, damage boost Widow. And if we get in trouble, like we still have an outlet
Yeah.
to like get out of it. So I think we're just a little too far back here. It seems like we're not GAing a lot either.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier, is that we're walking quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like,
we're doing a lot of walking.
Yeah, I want to, and it's weird because I noticed that I don't play Mercy that often, but I noticed that almost immediately is that we're walking a lot because I'm hearing the heels like click on the ground, and I'm not used to hearing that as Mercy because all Mercy players that I know are like constantly flying to targets, or they're constantly flying past or super jumping or doing whatever they need. Like walking, you don't have to walk anywhere as Mercy. As long as you have teammates alive, you never have to walk anywhere because you can fly to him, cut off your GA early. You can fly to like directly to him. You can fly past him. You can fly super jump above. Like there's a lot more options for mobility here. Number one, it'll make you a harder target, unless you're like strafing for a widow. But like when you're moving around that often, that means you're constantly repositioning yourself. And as long as it's not putting you in danger, like all that's doing is making it harder for the team to track where you're at.
Yeah. So a situation like this, I mean, you obviously want to be in GA distance of your Reinhardt. Like you never. I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to, but like in a condensed point like this, I feel like this is too far back. And if you have to GA to Reinhardt, you don't have to full commit it. Like canceling GA is perfectly fine. So like if you're too far back, we need to get closer. Start GA in and just cancel it. So that way you still have like a happy distance, but you still have these options. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when we're this far back, we're actually erasing an option. So now we only have these two options.
Right beside you.
Are those up top?
Yep.
Are those up top?
Yeah, I feel like we're. I'm trying to see what we're doing by looking here exactly. Cause I don't know if you're muted right now or not, but
I'm thinking. I'm not muted.
Yeah, because like I see we're looking at the payload, we're trying to just get to know what's going on, but like I don't see us trying to lock onto anything or
Are those up top?
Yep.
like we take a look at it for a second, but it's like we almost put ourselves in danger here just from looking to see what's going on, you know. And we get hit by that Genji once, and then we peek again, and then he full commits to us and then kills us. Like I kind of liked when we went into this room here, especially just to see if Reinhardt would push up to shield here so we could res the Hanzo that just got picked. But then we recommit back out into the open, and then the Genji just spots that.
Yeah, I do think one better rotate here would actually be
To go under, yeah.
forward. Because, I mean, you're honest here too, yeah, but like I feel like once you go in this room, like you can't GA to your Ana because you're on top of her, and now we just got LOS by this wall right here, so like we can't find anybody, so it just and it just kind of like removed an outlet. So
yeah, I mean the
so,
only
like, even here, I would probably do that or go here or both.
Yeah. Well, I think here's the same thing as in here, because if that Ana's still playing in here, we still don't have an option to get back.
Mm-hmm.
But like my point is that like we peak like way too far out in the open here, and I think that like that's what's so we do that and then we peek out even farther, get hit, and then the Genji. See how far out we are now. It's like we're just baiting because we have the Hanzo here and the Genji over here, and it's just like we're taking this poke damage for no reason. Instead of, again, like kind of jiggle peeking the corner with our heal if we needed to, or just taking a quick peek to see like where we can go. We're like spending way too much time looking. Now you guys are staying dead until you've learned your lesson. Yeah, exactly. You have to make them sit in it, right? They have to sit in it and bask in it. Only peeling teammates
Separation just
get
seems a little too far at that point.
Yeah.
This person is literally in my avoid list.
Good to know. Good to know.
Moving the payload. Backup requested.
Okay, I'm probably gonna have to hop after this next death.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, so I'll check out this last death unless we're still rolling.
Sure. Fat Slob was mean to me one game. Okay. All right. Wait, were they on the other team? I guess. Fat Slob. God. what a name. What a name. Okay. Sauce is killing me, dude. So what I think he's saying here is you have several options to go to here instead of standing out in the open. You can fly to any one of these targets, but your Reinhardt's a little too far.
Time, I'm gonna scream.
Don't worry, I was interpreting.
Yeah. So yeah, like we want to be further up because Ryan's pretty far up here and we can't GA to him. So like I want to be like in a distance where you can kind of like fly to your Ryan, but also like outlet to your Widow if you have to. Because since we're so far back now, if Ryan does need help, I mean we probably just have to assume we invest Valk here because we're not gonna be able to get to him because of that.
Yeah.
So I think we're a little. I think we're not. I think we're playing extremely safe right now. I don't know if extremely safe is always a good thing.
I tried a 180.
Really?
God, I'm so sorry. I keep muting.
Oh no,
I feel,
you're fine.
embarrassed and sad.
You're fine. You're fine.
Ana's fun.
See, because I would almost, at least from what I'm seeing, I would say she's almost playing not safe enough. Because we're like peeking the open. Like we're almost walking in the middle of the road most of this fight. Like there's a couple instances where we take cover around corners and stuff, but like the rest of it, we're just kind of standing in the middle.
Yeah, I guess
And to me, that's like,
it's just too passive.
yeah. Passive's a good word for it.
Passive.
Yeah, like not committing to like a certain place. Yeah, we're just like always just like. It seems very confused. Like I don't know where I want to go yet, so I'm just gonna stand right here till I figure it out.
Yeah, I'm so. You're
good.
I do have to dip.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you, Sauce.
Yeah, if you're still going at 10, I'll come back and chill. But,
Oh, we might be. We have like I think we have like 9 or 10 tonight, so we're
God.
we're
if you
in
want,
it.
I'll come back when I'm done.
Yeah, I mean if you got time,
All
we're
right.
still going.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'll hit you up.
Good luck.
Sorry,
Have
I
fun.
muted my mic 13 times.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
See ya. All right, so continuing on. Thank you, Sauce. Hey, by the way, guys, if you're not following Sauce yet, go follow him right now. He might be streaming. I don't know. But I think he's filling in for a team or something today, or some kind of scrim. Go follow him. Give him a follow if you guys aren't already. Obviously, Sauce is a good friend of the stream. We play with him quite often. So like right here, and what I kind of want to go on because I know we're spending a lot of time on this first push here, but like what I see you do is this is kind of your path as Mercy that you take as you guys push the payload. When really what I want to be seeing is like either this path right here playing around the walls or this path playing on the inside, and like even through here if you need to, like hugging walls as you go. Because remember, you're a low HP hero, and it's so easy for you to get caught off guard. If you're standing in the middle, you're just gonna be taking random poke damage along the way. What I'm seeing that's really good right now is that you're using you're positioning yourself not like you're not too close to your tanks. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I'm seeing that you're making sure that you're not too close to your tanks to where you're taking random flak damage. Now we need to work on, because that's great, you're not playing too far up. Now we need to make sure we're not playing too far in the middle, because we're not using corners as cover and walls as cover.
He's literally
I think a good way to put it is think about yourself as like a Navy SEAL. Okay. Navy SEALs, or I mean just special soldiers in general, are trained not to walk out in the open for a very good reason. They're trained to hug close to walls. All right, and that's because it's gonna mitigate a lot of damage that they take where they're trying to go. When you run these walls, it keeps you nice and close, away from as much damage as possible, till you get to where you need to go. So I like that you're cutting your tanks more often. You're not too close to Reinhardt. Okay, I like that you're locking onto the Widow here, locking the blue beam the entire time. Yeah, chilling right here so you don't randomly get picked. I like this. This is great. Like being right here is great. Okay, chilling with the Widow. Now, what you can do while you're doing this, you can turn around to make sure you have a target to fly to if you do get dove. Okay, because again, I'm seeing a lot of like looking at Widow. Like, all right, Widow, I am now damage boosting you. Here we go, Widow. Go kill something, Widow. Now, we're not, like, at least for me, if I'm playing Mercy right now, I am turning around to see if I have any targets to fly to if somebody comes in this room. Because what happens if a D.Va and a Genji come in here? Okay? You're dead. The only person you have to fly to right now is Widow, as far as you know. As far as you know. What just happened? Whoa, we had a Genji dive on us, okay? Yeah, surprising, right? Not really, okay? They see that there's a Widow. They see the damage boost beam. They're going to contest that if they're running any kind of dive heroes. So like making sure, again, you don't have to look at the target you're healing. Scan around. As long as the beam is locked onto him and you're holding it down, it's not gonna switch. Okay, you can keep that locked onto him for longer.
I knew the D.Va was there. Didn't expect the Genji.
What's up, True Lion King? How you doing, man? Okay, good positioning here too. I like that you're contesting the Hanzo.
I can't see you.
It's not bad. You probably.
Mercy Queen.
I like it. I like it. I like it. This is actually great.
Oh my
Cool.
God.
Cool. No, I think that's a good move there. Okay, you didn't go in for the res right away. You waited to make sure it was safe. Because what would have happened too if you went in for the res? That Hanzo would have. Again, you know this. The Hanzo would have went in for the kill. So I like that you were at least giving an attempt to contest the Hanzo before you went down. Okay, because you went. That was very good. I agree. You should be excited about that. Because if you went in for the res, you would have died. So instead of you guys being down one person, you would have been down two. Okay. Cool. That was great. I like using GA to reposition yourself. I like it.
Oh, I'm dead.
Not bad. That's Genji. Okay. You don't have too many targets to fly to, so I totally understand that. And I like that you're flying to the high grounds. Like you're not taking the middle on the second point. It's much different from your first point here. Is that you're actually utilizing the high grounds to your advantage, sticking more with your DPS. And then remember, if your tanks go down, because Moira's, oh, you're playing Moira now. If Ana couldn't keep up with them, you can always use that res on your tanks. Logged number 2.
Oh, okay.
The logging version 2, episode 8.
That changes my thinking.
What? I had a side button on accident.
You could touch, right?
He's where you got frustrated and switch.
Oh,
I think you were doing great as Mercy. I think you were doing fine.
I just know you're here.
So like right here again, if you're swapping to Moira, be aware of what your utility is. You're gonna be most effective healing your tanks. Okay, I don't know what you're going for here exactly. Your Mei's in. Okay, she's forced to use Kreo Freeze with the ult. I don't think we're gonna kill anybody. We end up pocketing the Mei. Okay.
Oh.
And the Mei goes down. Like during that engagement, the only thing that we did was do a little bit of damage to those attacking the Mei. And like if our tanks would have gotten pressured, they would have had almost no healing with them, or the Ana would have been forced to heal them as well. So I think again, make sure you're positioning yourself in a way so you like the hero that you're playing is efficiently being used. You know, be with your tanks as Moira, but like by default, you know.
We must all make sacrifices in the
But not too close. Again, not too close. Not too close.
We could have capped it before if we had 3 on. Pretty sure.
Yeah, the Moira play, I was really impressed by the Mercy gameplay. I mean, for the most part, on that second point, it seemed very, very efficient.
Wait, hello?
Very well done. The swap to the Moira was fine. I don't know, but the reasoning for it and what you were trying to accomplish with it, I feel like was a little bit confused. Okay, this is great. Exactly. Positioning yourself right here behind your tanks. Again, I don't think they're running a Widow anything, so always be wary of that high ground spot if they are going for any snipes. But again, this is great. You faded out. You used your get out of jail free card to get back here to payload because you were getting flak damage. But keeping yourself in position in the tank. Now, you don't have that on cooldown. There we go. Perfect. Cool. Fading back out from the Genji. Nice. Always kiting. Always kiting. Always kiting. Cool. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That was a good use of Fade. Okay, you're using it to disengage, which is what Fade is made for Moira, is to disengage from dives. People, oh, I still have that arrow on there. People that are diving on you to disengage. Okay, use that very appropriately. Okay, got Cole ready. See how we use Cole here. I like that you're holding on to Cole. I like it. Okay, so now we got some more damage coming in. One person goes down. You can see that you guys are still stabilized. Yeah, I like that you're holding on to Cole. Not investing. Wow, great. Not investing Fade. Knowing that you can walk in, so you still have Fade in case you need it. Okay. The bomb does get somebody in that. Okay, which is kind of unavoidable if you're doing it with Cole. Not a bad Cole here either. Okay. This fight is still winnable. Okay.
Yo, just stay on the left. Think you went under?
Not bad. No, that was a really good push. Use Fade appropriately. Use Cole appropriately. Waited for it. Made sure you didn't waste your Fade during the bomb. New map pool finally. Yay! What? Yeah. This has been a very shitty season for me. This is probably would have been one of my worst seasons since like season 6. So I'm excited. I'm excited for things to change a little bit. Okay. All right. Was that an avoidable death? Let's find out. Because again, this is, at least for me, this is how I really. It's easy to find out. Like, is there? Yes. So you use the fade to get away from the Genji. Okay. But did we really disengage from the Genji? And I think this is what because what you can do, especially as Moira, because your Ana's behind you.
I was looking.
It's almost always better to disengage as Moira away from the enemy, even if you're being dove. Okay, pull that Genji just away. Your team's focused on the front line here. It's gonna be hard for them to peel for that. We disengage straight back to where we were. We went from like here to here. Little spectacles. Okay, we went about 2 feet. So did we really disengage? No, we just used the ability to get like 1 second of not being damaged by Genji, which isn't bad. Again, you used it fine, but you just didn't disengage in a proper manner. Again, disengage away from the line of scrimmage, especially with your Ana behind you.
I was behind this line.
It was avoidable. It was a tough call to make, but it still was avoidable.
Dude.
And the thing we can take away from it, okay, because a lot of stuff is situational. The thing we can take away from that, though, is that it's almost something you can work on. Is it's almost always better to fade away from the tanks, because the tanks, it's gonna be really hard for the tanks to follow up on stuff if they're focused on their own thing. Now, if you're playing and like your tanks are fine, they're not focused on anything, and then the Genji dives on you, then you can fade in. But again, the whole reason that you died there wasn't because the Genji, right? The Genji didn't kill you. It was the random damage that your Reinhardt was taking. It was the fire strike that was meant for your Reinhardt that hit you. So again, that's why I always say, and we talk about it, keep a respectful distance away from your tanks, because you don't want to take that random damage that they're taking as well. Okay. It's not a huge habit I'm seeing. I think you just panicked a little bit and just faded into him a little bit.
Fortnite Pro.
So some key takeaways from the attack that we saw was that blue beams are looking better. I like that we're locking onto the Widow more often, sticking with our Widow. I like that we're using Guardian Angel more to reposition, but I'm still seeing you walk around a little too much. Yeah, like for wherever you want to go, you tend to like walk. You know, you go doop doop blip 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 where you want to go, and every now and then we Guardian Angel. I would recommend getting in the habit of just getting in the habit of wherever you want to go, start Guardian Angeling there. Okay, get used to like the mechanic of flying and then cutting off your fly early, or flying and then over flying to get past the target you need to get to. Like, use that as your mobility. Like what you're doing right now. Flying to your targets, this is what you should be doing in game, like almost always, because you're faster, you're less predictable than walking just in a straight line. Okay, because you still have that little bit of a dip as you move. It's faster, you're a harder target. Like get used to moving with Guardian Angel as your primary mobility function instead of walking. Okay, just be careful of walking too much.
If that's all it takes to be a Fortnite Pro, I mean...
He got so mad. It's like, I think I dropped it a little bit.
Cool. Locking onto the Hanzo. I like that you take cover behind the car. I would like... There we go. I like to see that you flew past the Hanzo to get back into favorable cover. Okay. Again, we're bouncing around targets way too much, Theory. Like... What I'm seeing is that you're bouncing around. Like, look at this. You're like touching everybody just a little bit with healing. What is that doing for everybody? Yeah, they're getting a little bit of healing, but you're not a big healer. Okay. Now, what would be nice for all these people that are low on healing, all these people that keep getting low on healing, is that if the enemy team was down a person, right? And that's why we lock onto the blue beam with our DPS so often, because we're looking for that pick to make the enemy go on the defense. If they're down a player, probably like 60% of the time, they're going to wait till they're 6 to push in any farther. So that's going to take off pressure on the rest of your team. Okay, you as Mercy, you're not going to be able to heal everybody up. So what's happening now is you're just a worse Lucio, is what you're doing. You're just touching everybody a little bit with healing. Going blip, 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 touch, 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 touch. Okay? You're just becoming a worse Lucio. Because you're playing right next to everybody.
Have to reload.
And I don't know how many... I hate to sound like a broken record, but you've heard it from Sauce, you've heard it from me. Like, we can't overstate the importance of damage boosting your DPS. Locking on to your DPS. This is what you want. There's a reason that there's people that duo and get up to GM when it's a Mercy that just blue beams her Hanzo. Here's your Hanzo, all right? He's going pew, 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 pew. He's struggling to kill stuff, all right? Now here's Mercy behind him, all right? Guardian Angel, hidden Stovnik, okay? And she's doing her little blue beam, going bzz, 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 bzz. All right, now Hanzo's getting kills. Dink, dink, dink. All right, and taking pressure out the front line because, number one, their healers are having to mitigate all the damage for them. So they're not able to push into you guys because they're too low of health, okay? You as Mercy, I'm going to keep circling it 80 times. You are most efficient at damage boosting damage. High damage heroes. That's your thing. That's what you're good at. Your healing is slow and dumb and lame, okay? What you're good at is damage boosting high damage output targets, okay? Now again, it's okay to heal just to keep, again, you want to heal to keep your DPS up. If your tanks are absolutely in need of it and you have to heal them to keep them up, sure, go for it. Is it okay to lose a tank and then trade a pick with your Hanzo as well? Yes, because guess what you can do as Mercy that also makes her awesome. You can res and they get 100% of their HP back without you wasting any time healing them. Okay? Again, leave the big healing to your big healer, which you should always, if you're Mercy, you have to have a big healer. Okay, because Mercy is not a main healer, right? We don't consider her a main healer anymore because her healing compared to most of the other healers is very slow. And she can't keep a lot of HP up. So, way too much bouncing around. Way too much. Blue beam growth worm. Yeah. Like right now I'd be looking, this is what I'm doing when I'm walking out as Mercy. Where's my Hanzo? Where's my Hanzo? Not where's my Ana so I can heal her a little bit. Where's my Hanzo? Okay. Where's my Hanzo? Okay. Do I need to heal him there when he's nano boosted? Heck no! Damage boost, damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. It's, I think we've talked about this before, and I would hate to, because I see you locking on, especially on attack, but like on defense here, you see these critical signs as Mercy, and you go into mama mode, as in like you want to keep all your team alive all the time. Okay, people are gonna die during fights. That is gonna happen. Okay. You as Mercy, you need to expect that, okay? You also need to get picks and then use your res to keep other people up.
If you shield, I can res Matt.
It is spending way too much time. Like that's why your team is having so much trouble stabilizing and actually putting pressure on the other team, okay? Like they have had no pressure up until this point. So all they've been doing is walking forward without being met with any kind of damage resistance. That's it. Lock it. Damage boost your Ryan. Go for it. Your Ryan's the one in the front doing damage. Damage boost him. You know?
Got him.
Don't wake him up.
Your Winston's going in to get a kill. Damage boost him. Heal your Ana to keep her up. And now damage boost. Oh wait, that's not your Winston. That's the other Winston. You have a Reinhardt. I'm just kidding. Ignore me. Okay. Ignore me.
I'm looking in the back.
Okay, good attempt. Now, all right, was this an avoidable death? And we'll talk about this one more time. Was this an avoidable death? And this is 100% yes. This is 100% yes. As opposed to the other one, which was kind of like, it's a tough one. This isn't a hard one. You see this bomb go off and your first instinct is, where's a pull? Okay. Now, you're here. You're a very mobile healer. You have people that are going this way. Okay. You might have somebody behind you that you could fly to get away from the bomb radius. But instead, you walk. You do a lot of walking as Mercy. You tend to stay on the ground a lot. So we go for the pull. And again, if you would have blocked the pull, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, you have better options. I think your theory, you're just not used to flying. And I think that's something you could really benefit from, is like doing some Mercy flying practice. Just getting used to like flying as much as you can, using Guardian Angel literally the entire game. Like anytime you can move, hit shift. Like you should go into a quick play game. I'm saying this is great homework for you, by the way. You should go into a quick play game. I mean,
theoretically, I could.
And just fly as much as you can. Don't worry about like I mean, you can try it. You can go for like least amount of deaths, and if you want to heal along the way, fine. But just try to wherever you want to go, fly. Always be flying. Always be flying. Always be flying. Get in the habit of just using Guardian Angel to get from point A to point B, or to a little bit to point A, or wherever. So when things are going south, we swap to the Moira.
Bro, I really
Is what it looks like.
I would lose my number.
Like watched it hit this.
Alright, good hold though. Good hold for a while.
I had a moment where I was like, I'm gonna die. Pole ain't gonna cover me. Pole. Yeah, fly. Fly. I think I'm trying to remedy this all down because we're picking apart little situations, but I'm trying to make this a very general thing you can work on. Just getting used to mobility is Mercy. I don't see you using mobility. Like I think I said this last time as well, is that you just don't move. You don't move enough as Mercy. It's very walking. And again, you play Mercy almost like a Moira. You know, as far as your positioning and where you go and how you move. Like this is how you're moving as Moira is fine. This is fine for Moira. If you were playing Mercy like this would not be okay for how you would move as Mercy. Because Mercy, her thing is that she can move very quickly. Moira's thing is that she can fade out.
Is he above?
Hello there.
So this is fine. Like you can play close to your tanks as long as you have your fade to disengage.
They're on point.
And you have big healing. You know, you heal really well. As Moira, that's your thing. So like you're gonna be locking on the healing more than you will be the DPS for the most part. Okay, we spent a little bit too much time away from our tanks. It's fine. They commit some ults to here. It's fine. Again, I'd be fading out at this point. Not in, because now you're just staggering your death. Okay. If you're gonna attempt to get out. You either die on payload or get out, right? And you hear this all the time in games, but you guys don't realize how important this concept is. You either die on payload or get out. You got to do one or the other, because the more time you stay alive with imminent death, the longer the stagger is, the more likely that your team's gonna end up taking a 5v6 next time. So again, if you're gonna fade, and hopefully, like if you're gonna fade anywhere, you should fade back, right? Almost always fade back. Fade back. If you were planning on dying right there, I would have just died to the monkey right there when he was on you.
Fuck.
We're kind of shifting gears to Moira mode though. Moira fixes a lot of problems, sadly. I mean, sometimes, but
Piece of bitch.
again, I honestly think from what I see, your Mercy gameplay and your Moira gameplay, I think your Mercy gameplay is better. From what I'm seeing, you don't really. Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have that much time on Moira. Like you don't play Moira that much. Because the reason I know is not because you're positioning or how you use abilities. It's because you're not sure of what you're doing. Like you don't know what you're wanting to focus on right now. So you're spending some time, you're looking around and trying to figure out what you need to do.
Yes. Now we're bolting.
With Mercy, you seem a lot more sure about what you're trying to accomplish. Whether or not it's the right thing, you seem a lot more confident. Which again, in this game, confidence is everything.
This looks familiar.
You know, confidence makes the difference between you being a top 500 tank player and you being a 3500 tank player.
Bro, oh my gosh. This is so frustrating.
So my point is that like
literally every single one of his fucking.
Not that you can't get better at Moira. I wouldn't swap to Moira when things are going bad though. 100%. I would swap to Moira if you're getting dove too much as Mercy. I would swap to Moira if your tanks aren't getting enough healing.
This will restore you.
We're wasting so much time.
Slow.
Yeah, like see, we're really confused about what we're trying to do right here. Like we're
On the shield?
there's the orb.
Shield one, the shield one.
Dude, Xbox and PC have about 400 hours on Moira and like 300 on Mercy. Really? So you play more on Moira? Well, from what I'm seeing about this, your prioritization on what you do as Moira is a lot more confused. At least in this game. Again, this is just one game. It seems a lot more confused about what you're trying to do.
I'm on.
Okay. I'm gonna write this on screen too, so you can see this and you can. It's because this is so important. Moira. Okay. I'm gonna write this on screen. I don't know if we can do text. We can do text. I'm gonna do this. Ready? Moira. Can I make this bigger? Equals healing. Mercy equals damage. DPS. Let's say this. Okay. Healing tanks. All right? This is what they're good at, okay? If you're playing Moira, by default, you should probably be healing the tanks like 80% of the time. If you're playing Mercy, you should be damage boosting the DPS like 80% of the time. Ah! No, get me out of this. Clear. No. There we go. All right. See, well, I'm just seeing a lot of confusion about what your role is when you play these two heroes. Again, they're completely different. But just knowing, like, you're going into here, you should be spamming your heals. You should be, honestly, as Moira, I like that you're holding the high ground, but if you can't heal your tanks here, you're gonna have to drop.
Bro,
You're gonna have to drop. I'd be spamming the healing on that ball, dude. I'd be keeping him up with everything that I got. Not even worrying about you're look at your reservoir right now. Look at how full that is. Hold on. Look at how full this reservoir is here. It is like 99% full. And we're not spamming healing on ball to keep him up. You don't need yeah. All right, Yosevic, enjoy dinner, man. Back in an hour, 1.5 hours. We'll see. I could probably hold on to it till you get back here too as well, man.
I must reflect upon this.
So we'll finish this one up.
Hang in there.
Hang in there. The call of the Overwatch player. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there.
fucking kidding.
Get into position.
He's too fucking good. He's really hitting all headshots on him.
Your strength fades.
Yeah, he's left behind though. Behind.
Okay, again, you're not gonna heal. You like that's what I'm saying. Let's go back and look at this engagement too. Because I see you're trying to help kill the Winston.
Behind.
You got the Hanzo there. It's not. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just your healing reservoir is like almost always full. I have not seen you run out of healing yet, which is a Moira player is probably not a good thing.
Stay alive.
Like your healing is gonna keep your tanks up. Like it's very hard to out damage Moira healing because it's just so massive.
He's literally one.
So like if you guys are gonna lose a fight or you're gonna die, you want to be out of healing.
I'm not dead yet.
Now with that being said, you don't want to use it needlessly.
Nice, we need to go in right
You know, it's a resource just like anything else.
Go,
But if
go.
your tanks are critical, don't be afraid to like lay on that spray. Like if there's a fight in, man, just spam that in there. Moira's really good at that.
Genji's slow on her foot.
Cool. I kind of like that you're going for the Genji here. Your team has enough healing. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, now you know that your team's gonna be fine. They're not taking too much damage. Keep it on the Rhine. Lay on the Rhine. Keep him up. Keep him up. Make sure you guys don't let him feed. Cool. All right, you seemed a lot more focused there at the last
Oh my
point.
god.
I will say that a lot better. Okay, it was almost like you were listening to the VoD review as you were doing this. All right. Yeah, focusing in on the tanks. If you see tanks that are critical, just spam that healing in there.
Oh my
You
God.
never want to lose a fight without first completely depleting your healing.
Smurfs will be Smurfs.
So it wasn't a bad game. What's up, Ninja? You learned the scroll wheel trick from ML7? Indeed, scroll wheel. So let's sum up just a little bit on for Theory's gameplay here. Mercy, you need to learn how to hug walls. Okay, I'm gonna make it really simple for like your homework this week. Get used to hugging walls as Mercy. Okay, don't be caught out in the open. That's one. And then number two, I want you to work on Mercy. Honestly, that's I want you to work on Mercy this week. Number one, hugging walls. All right, make sure you're hugging walls whenever you can, so you're not taking random damage from multiple angles, and you're not being caught out in the open. You always have cover to go to. But more importantly, I want you to practice just using Guardian Angel as much as possible. I want that to be your primary movement function, all right, as a Mercy player, okay? I want you to use it to move wherever you're going. Go into a quick play if you need to. Create a practice range if you want to, and just fly with Mercy. Get your muscles used to that motion of movement instead of walking, because your gameplay style is very slow right now as Mercy. It's very walk to where you want to go. And that's not what Mercy's strong at. She's good at moving very fast. She's good at damage boosting DPS, okay? Now, I know I've already told you to damage boost DPS. I'm not seeing enough of it. I want to have to tell you, this is a good goal to have, okay? This is a good goal to have. Okay, aside from working on Guardian Angel, let's say that. Movement ability is just getting used to moving around more with Guardian Angel and, you know, positioning yourself in safe ways. But I want next week, this is what I want for Theory to do. I want Theory to come into here, and I want me to watch the gameplay next week, and I want to say, you're damage boosting the DPS too much. You need to heal the tank every now and then. You know? I'm gonna challenge you to that. I want you to do some gameplay to where you're locking onto the DPS too much, because there's like a 9 out of 10 chance that it's gonna be too hard for you to do that. Okay. All right. What's up, Arrow? How you doing today? Cosmaro, hello. Literal Pocket Mercy. Yeah, there's a reason a Pocket Mercy is a thing. That is a thing. You know. So I feel like a broken record when I talk about it, but that's your goal next week, all right? Bring it, Theory. I want you to bring your A game. I want you to damage boost the shit out of your DPS. And then every now and then, make sure your other healer stays alive, okay? If you can go above and beyond, also make sure your other healer stays alive. I don't even want you to touch the tanks. I don't even want you to touch them. Don't touch them. Don't touch the tanks, okay? Stop bouncing around targets that you have. Lock onto one, bounce between two, fly, get used to flying more often. That's about it, okay? Hopefully that's achievable for this week. I don't want, because it might seem a lot, but like, especially if you're another Mercy player out there in chat right now, those are the two things you really, that I see really good Mercy players, is that they're very mobile and they lock onto their DPS targets a lot, okay? And they're always flying. They're always moving, dude. They're always going and repositioning to somewhere better. So yeah, okay. Thank you, Theory, again for your VoD review this week. Hey, if you made it this far, congratulations. You made it through the entire VoD. Hope you got something away that you can learn from this. If you guys want to submit your own gameplay, feel free to join our Discord. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Would love to have you guys there. I will see you soon, gamers. Peace.